realmente es un gran honor el poder tener toda esta selección tan diversa que muestra pues, la obra del maestro. Thank you everybody for being here this evening. It's a real honor to have here at our cultural center the 30 pieces of work of Maestro Raúl Anguiano. Some of you have met him when he painted a mural here at the consulate. Others, well, maybe have not been maybe not acquainted with his work, but for us it's a real privilege to have this exhibition today. So without further ado, I would like to give the microphone to our Consul General, Carlos González Gutiérrez. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias, Aida. If I may, I'd like to say a few words in Spanish and then turn to English very briefly.
Voy a decir unas palabras. Sí, gustan dar 2 pasos para adelante porque hay mucho espacio en las salas.
On behalf of myself, my wife, the whole staff of the Mexican Consulate, it's really an honor to have you all here. Bienvenidos sean todos ustedes. La verdad es que hoy es un día muy especial para nosotros, quienes laboramos en esta oficina consular, que es el Consulado General más grande que tiene México en el exterior, que fue comprado por el gobierno de la República en 1989, pero al cual, 87 creo, para el cual no nos mudamos, sino hasta 1990. Y cuando nos mudamos, el gobierno no quería desarrollar todo el edificio, o no tenía dinero para desarrollar todo el edificio, y entonces lo que ustedes ven a partir del piso 3, 4 y 5 es el consulado como realmente abrimos, ¿no? Y aparte era muy distinto. Toda esta zona se desarrolló en los años posteriores, ¿no? Y tengo para mí, o sea, tanto el teatro como el piso 2, en donde tenemos también salones de reuniones, y tengo para mí que les platico todo esto porque el edificio no acabó de ser completado hasta que no se inauguró el mural del maestro Anguiano, que todos quienes visitan el consulado lo ven impresionante en el tercer piso. What I'm saying is that this consulate was bought by the Mexican government in 1987. We moved in here in 1990. We only used 3 floors, perhaps because the government didn't have enough money to develop the whole building, or because they thought that this was too big. Now we can see that it was too small. I wish it could be even bigger. But it is a very interesting story about how gradual, the gradualism behind the occupancy of this building, because it took literally years. And to me, I think that although this floor was developed several years later, and the second floor, which we have more rooms for meetings even later, in my opinion, this building was not completed as the premises of the Mexican Consulate in LA until El Maestro Anguiano finished the mural that everybody can see in the third floor. It's a magnificent piece, La Grandeza Mexicana, requested by, donated by, created by El Maestro Anguiano, but as an initiative from then Consul José Ángel Pescador, and later developed and completed, and we have done many events, but the beginning, the seed of the idea was in the 1990s when they realized that this was such a huge building for a consulate that it had to have a monumental piece of art like the one we see in the third floor. So, sorry for the long introduction, but for those of us who work in this building, El Maestro Raúl Anguiano represents a very special part of our history, of our sense of being, of our sense of belonging to this building and to this community. And so it is with great pride that El Maestro Anguiano is now returning to the consulate with such a magnificent show of his work, una muestra tan amplia y tan rica de su trabajo, thanks to the generosity of Linda Anderson, who's lending us 30 pieces. 30 pieces have been in a loan to this consulate in order to be enjoyed by the community for the next few weeks, for a month here at the Mexican Consulate. Let me briefly tell you who Raúl Anguiano was. He was a painter, a muralist, a lithographer. He was born in 1915, in 1915, on February 26, in the Mexican state of Jalisco. His artistic training started at the age of 12 at the Free School of Painting